Hey everybody, it's Peter, and in this video we are going to do a walk around of the Kawasaki KX450SR. This is the ultra rare special racer that Kawasaki makes. It's basically the top spec dirt bike dialed up to 11 with all kinds of accessories right from the factory that make it an incredible racing machine. Now before we go too far, I want to say that I'm filming here at Jim Gilbert's Power Sports where they have this bike in stock. This is an ultra rare bike. They aren't everywhere. There are very few of them in Canada, and I'm going to go over this as best I can. Now, real full disclosure, I am not a dirt bike guy. My dirt bike experience involves running around a country field, country properties, trail systems, stuff like that. Not doing what this bike can do. So what I'm going to do is do my best to go over all of the different type of mechanical things on this bike, and if I sound like someone who doesn't use this bike, I'm not. But you probably are if you're watching this, so let me know in the comments below what you want to know about it, because it's here and I can come back with more videos and give you more information, and I'll do my best to find out all the information that you want to know so you can learn all about this. Let's get going with the review. So before we go too far, I just want to show you this bike in detail. I imagine that most of the reviews on this bike are going to show you it jumping and flying through the air and going over everything, but I just thought I'd show it to you up close because there may be things that you see that you want to know more about that I didn't talk about in this video, and I want to make sure that I cover that for you. So we'll cover a lot of the things in detail as we move forward through the review, but just so you can see it up close, that's what I'm doing right now. So we'll come through here. I will say that when they unpacked this bike, they were talking about it and put it together. They were talking about how light it is. They noticed it. These guys are used to dealing with all kinds of dirt bikes, all kinds of things. And I just want to show you the handlebars in case I don't show them again, and the brake and clutch. So of course adjustability in there. Coming across to the front, show you the same thing there. We'll show you on this side first. Obviously the graphics you can see before, but you've got in here, you've got the gold chain there, and we'll talk about that a little bit further as we go on. There's the rear sprocket, which is also special. The wheels, of course, are special, and tires. We're going to talk about all of this as we move forward. Titanium exhaust with the carbon fiber tip. So, of course, lightweight and performance. There's your rear brakes. We'll talk about them as we go through this review as well. And, of course, you've got show a fork down, or show a shock down there, and you've got your Hinson clutch components racing right there as well. So there's the overview. Now let's start digging into the individual features and talk about what Kawasaki says makes this extra special. So let's start talking about the engine here. 449cc, this engine can be tuned without a computer. You can buy an accessory from Kawasaki that can allow you to tune it to 3 different states of tune to really dial it up. It's already dialed up from the regular KX450, the standard version, so you've already got more power. And then they talk about polished intake ports, exclusive ECU and fuel injection settings to increase the performance based on increasing over the KX450. And of course the titanium exhaust system, they talk about that as well. It's got launch control, so you can get off to a great start, no problem. We talked about the exhaust a little bit. And then these DFI couplers is one thing that they mentioned in the website. That's going to allow you to do that state of tune to 3 different calibrations for the fuel injection. Basically the ECU you can program right from the factory, factory approved programming. So that's kind of a cool bit about the engine. Next, we're going to move on to the suspension. Of course, fully adjustable everything. They point out that the front features a titanium oxide coating on the fork inner tubes that reduces sliding friction for improved fork action. Basically, it's polished really well to keep things working well. So the key with a race bike suspension is making sure that heat doesn't build up, making sure that you're always sliding back and forth. As there's friction of everything moving in and out, what happens is it can decrease performance. So this is going to do everything it can to maintain your performance. Now, one thing that is interesting is you have the sort of chassis ergonomics piece right here. They talk about this as well. This is what they call the XTRIG Space ROCS, R-O-C-S, Revolutionary Opposed Clamping System. What that system does is allow for extra strength as well as extra adjustability. You can adjust everything, I think it's 12 different positions. 12 different positions can be adjusted for the handlebar, so it allows you to really fit the bike while also giving you strength and performance and still a lightweight system. Taking a look at the rear shock, you've got branded Showa. Obviously, you can't see the shock. This is just the piggyback reservoir, but you've got the shock in behind there. I zoomed in here just so you can see the brand name, which is, again, all factory stuff, that the sticker on there, and you've got the adjustability right there. So everything's right accessible, all race spec, ready to go right from Kawasaki. So for overall durability, of course, this thing's going to take a lot of power. It's going to take a lot of abuse. You've got the DID gold chain and the Renthal rear sprocket. That's all going to take care of all of your gearing. And then, of course, you've got the DID Dirt Star STX rims, which, of course, are very lightweight and very strong. So again, all upgrades over the regular 450. I want to talk really briefly about the electric start here right beside your throttle. You've got electric start, and Kawasaki talks about it with the lithium-ion battery. Now, of course, lithium-ion batteries are going to help you with that quick start. So if you ever have a stall during a race, you're going to be able to get back and get going. But the lithium-ion battery is also much lighter, more compact. So that, again, goes to that weight savings, allowing you to have more performance from this bike. Taking a look at the clutch lever here, it is adjustable like every other clutch or in this category, but Kawasaki talks about being a light pull and self-adjusting. Now I can tell you from when we talk light pull, it's not like it's like Ninja 400 light, which is the slipper and assist clutch on the road bike. So it's a firm, nice pull. They talk about it being a coned disc spring hydraulic clutch. It offers a light clutch pull and a wide engagement range. And they talk about a large diameter plates providing enhanced fade resistance. Basically, it's a race-ready clutch right here from the factory. Take a look at the front brake. Basically, because this bike is so fast and accelerates so hard, you're going to want to make sure you have great brakes as well. So in the front, you've got 270mm brake pedal discs. They're dual piston calipers, good response, strong feel. That's what Kawasaki's telling us about that. In the rear, there's a 250mm similar style disc. Again, all race-ready performance right from the factory. I mentioned the titanium exhaust earlier, so again, titanium exhaust with that carbon fiber tip right there, lightweight, good performance, and of course, extra branding on the bike. Let's show you a number of the extra branding pieces on the bike because Kawasaki partnered with all of their partners to make this a true factory race bike with all the modifications. Take a look at the back of the bike. You do have the Monster Energy sticker. Of course, that's not part of the bike, but everything else in here is. So you've got that extra branding right there. We're going to show you a couple extra places on this bike where they throw in that extra branding. So we gave you this view before with the Showa branding right there, the clutch cover, of course, down there. One thing you may not have noticed is right here on the pipes, they also have some extra branding up there, so you can sort of see that. Again, just right away makes it stand out from the standard bikes. Out front here, you have that X-Trig XTRIG ROCS rocks there, top and bottom, Showa shocks down here, and there's one more little logo that's a little harder to see without getting up close to it. Let's show you the handlebar right now. Right there on the handlebar, right hidden behind a zip tie, you can see the Fat Bar logo right there. So that is all the logos that I can tell, other than, of course, up here on the pad, and of course, some Monster Energy stickers throughout the bike as well. So that's your brief first look at this KX450SR. Again, this bike is super limited, and I was clear off the beginning, this is not a bike I ride. You guys know more about this bike than I do, but if there are things you want to see on video, things you want to see up close, or things that you think I need to tell other people interested in this bike, let me know in the comments below. Let's be clear, you guys know what you want to know about this bike, and I probably don't. So let me know in the comments below so I can make sure I build out a video series of everything you want to know about this bike. I definitely will not be jumping it. But if you want to see this bike in person, we're here at Jim Gilbert's Power Sports, and they have it in stock. Of course, being a limited edition, it probably won't last for a long, long time, but you can come see it. It's early, mid-January right now. You can come see it in stock right here in the showroom. Thanks everybody for watching.